Hello, everybody. Right now, I'd like to talk to you about law enforcement and their relationship with the American people. What I mean by that is how I think it's going to change in the next 5 years. Now, we saw ICE decided to shoot an unarmed woman. Now, that's not something he should have done, and it could have very well been manslaughter if this was a normal administration in a normal federal agency. But we live in America, so he's probably going to get away with it. America shoots unarmed people all the time. They're usually black or brown, so there's not much outrage. However, they shot an unarmed white person, but they're liberal. So she's got a little more status than black or brown people, so people are actually virtue signaling and pretending to care. I know, I'm giving so much credit to people, but here, what do I think this actually means? Now, if you want to go ahead and figure out what this means and what it actually means as far as to legally, politically, you can basically go to a lot of different channels for that. There's a lot of people analyzing it, and it's all over in the news cycle. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to mention also the name of the Border Patrol agent, because why would I say Ross Johnson's name? Why would I say that he's been in the Border Patrol since 2015 and he knew better? Why would I say his name again, Ross Johnson? Why would I say the fact that he actually married an immigrant and now that he's going after immigrants and actually doing the bidding of a fascist organization and being a little foot soldier in that? So no, I won't be saying Ross Johnson's name ever again, except for the times I just did. Ross Johnson. All joking aside, with the professional standards that are absolutely non-existent within the executive branch, since there's no accountability to hold any public servants to any professional standards, you kind of see them slipping. You saw this in the first Trump administration. Now you're really seeing it now. Since the professional standards of law enforcement are slipping, public's perception of law enforcement are also slipping. And when that happens, and it's going to keep happening, and which I think it will, it's going to get to the point where you can do the one thing in law enforcement in the United States that you can now do in every other country. You can murder police officers and pretty much get away with it if you're smart about it. And I'll tell you what. Police officers get assaulted on a regular basis. Nobody really cares. They're willing to just hit them. In all fairness, when I was a bouncer many years ago, I used to work with a police officer. He used to carry his badge on his belt at work. That did not stop him from getting assaulted. He needed to call me. I'm a little bigger and stronger than his to bail him out from that. So that badge, just letting you know, does not stop you from getting assaulted. For those people who've never been a police officer, that is one of the very real and scary things you have to deal with. And I saw that firsthand. And somebody that's actually if you ever worked in any type of security situation or just knowing any police officers, you absolutely know that's the case. And that's the way it is when we have somewhat of a functioning democracy. And if police officers aren't held to the same laws that we are, we're going to start seeing, you're going to start getting away with killing cops. Because when you kill a police officer, even people that don't like him, they want the person apprehended because that's just not the kind of society we want to live in. I most certainly don't. And I don't like police officers. I didn't like them 10 years ago. So I think they're a little just reactionary. They're emotionally immature, childish, and they will absolutely suck off any demagogue that drops their pants in front of them. And that's how they've been my entire life. That's how they're being now. They will literally vote for a guy that tried to overthrow the country. They will vote for a guy that led an insurrection that actually killed police officers and injured a bunch more. Cry about it for a couple of years and then sit around and vote for the same guy who did it again and then who pardons all the insurrectionists again and actually has some of those insurrectionists working with the police officers, and they still will love this man. Yes, at some point you can just say that they're bad people. But there's one way out of this. Now, I think that we're going to have a little Mexico situation where you can just kill cops and nobody cares. And it's going to be to that point sooner than later, maybe within 5 years. It's not going to be for sure. This is what we have to do when you're part of the Democratic coalition. Cops do not deserve our respect or praise, but we unfortunately have to vote for a better criminal justice system that actually keeps them safe. They will fight us the entire way. They can get away, and these days, if they can get away with coming after you for it, they will most likely do that too, if they can. We have to vote for a country that doesn't get them shot up by random idiots with high-powered assault weapons. They're going to fight us the entire way. Doesn't matter how many cops get killed that way. They will fight us every step of the way. We have to actually fight for fair trials. We have to do that every step of the way. They will fight us, and they will fight us, and they will fight us. We have to absolutely vote for a political stability. We have to vote for an economy that doesn't enrage people. We have to vote for public servants that don't just go instigate things with the public and then create problems and then shoot unarmed people and then start blaming the public. We have to vote for people that don't call their political opponents domestic terrorists. Now, granted, they would never do the same for us. They'll go rescue a cat for a tree or go do their jobs once or twice and be like, oh, okay, well, I did this, so we're good. And it's going to be lost on them, and it always will. Bottom line is this. We have two ways we can go. We can let things get worse, and we're going to have to just use your money and political connections and maybe contacts with non-state actors to keep you safe for law enforcement. Or we can vote for a better tomorrow, guys. And me, I'm picking the latter. I don't like police officers. I at this point, even the ones that I do like, I don't really like. I don't know how else to put that to you. And granted, they don't deserve our respect, and they don't deserve to benefit from a better world, but we still got to vote for one anyway.